Hey there, this is Matt with SpeedWeightLossBook.com, and today we're going to talk about a book called Slow Burn Fitness Revolution, and that is by Fred Hahn and the doctors Michael and Mary Dan Eads. So, our opinion of this book is not very good, and here's why. They make a lot of big claims and they don't support anything with evidence. So, if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, you know that we don't like it, and you know why. For instance, let's take a look at one quote from the book. This is my favorite one. This is probably the one that I think requires a lot of evidence, and they just don't give it. Quote, in fact, studies show that slow-speed weight workouts build muscle about twice as fast as traditional weight training, and faster by a mile than aerobics, jogging, walking, biking, or similar types of exercise. Now, I will agree with the first part that, agree with the second part that weight workouts will, even slow speed weight workouts will build muscle faster than aerobics. But the first part of that sentence where it says slow speed workouts will build muscle twice as fast as traditional weight training, that's something that needs some evidence behind it, because twice as fast that's good. I mean, if you're usually gaining a half a pound of muscle a week, now you're gaining a pound of muscle a week, which gets you to your goal twice as fast. Man, that's pretty amazing. And if that were true, there would be skinny guys in high school doing slow speed all over the place trying to put on some muscle. So it's an extraordinary claim, and of course those require extraordinary evidence, extraordinary proof. So, and they don't provide any of that in their book, which, you know, this book and multiple books say, well, we've read the evidence and blah, 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 and then they talk about the studies, or they mention how there's always scientific proof, and then they never show it. And it's like, well, if you read all the studies, if you really read the evidence, that's the hard part. I mean, the easy part is just putting a little number behind it, you know, a little superscript 1, and then a reference to that at the end of the chapter. I mean, just in-text citations, it's not that hard. And it makes it easy to check your work. And maybe that's why they don't provide the references, because there just aren't any. There's not much evidence that super slow training works better than any other kind of resistance training. So, and a lot of the recommendations, I wouldn't say recommendations, a lot of the claims they make were, you know, just resistance training in general, and then they automatically assume that super slow training is going to do the same thing. So they make all kinds of claims. I mean, that super slow will enhance flexibility better than stretching, because apparently stretching loosens joints and makes your joints unstable. I don't know where they get that idea either. And they also say that it's actual muscle strength is what makes your muscles flexible. So apparently if you just gain strength, you'll gain flexibility. Again, no references. Actually, there was a reference in the flexibility chapter, and it was a study done on elderly population, and it didn't even really apply. Anyway, and there's evidence in the exact opposite direction. So, not going to go into it too much. Anyway, this book really, it was written in 2003. There's been a little more super slow research since then. None of it really positive. Definitely not hyping it up the way this book does. So the general recommendation is this: if super slow is something you want to do because you're bored with your workouts and you want to try something new, and going agonizingly slow during a resistance training workout sounds like something you'd be interested in, then go for it. Other than that, don't waste your time. It's not anything better than anything else that's out there. Just go to the gym, work out, and go home. Don't worry about it. Okay? So anyway, for more information, though, and a little more in-depth look and for some of their claims and why they're incorrect, check out the corresponding blog posts at SpeedWeightLossBook.com. Okay?